This story is about an average guy. Ashwin Kartik was born in a small town in India called Chikmagalur, Karnataka. Ashwin was born with cerebral palsy and he was totally quadriplegic at birth. His mother was being told that Ashwin will do nothing worthwhile in life. He would be raised like a doll. As what mothers do, Ashwin's mother decided to give her son the best possible chance. She sent Ashwin to the same school where Ashwin's brother was going. She gave the same opportunities, the same treatment that his brother was getting. She would stay up night after night to help Ashwin answer questions that he could not answer in school because of limited time in smaller schools in India. When Ashwin was 13, his father passed away. Just imagine what the family would have been going through. Ashwin was living in a small town. His mother was a homemaker, and she was living in a place where there were not too much of employment. She decides to take the baton. She decides to take the responsibility of raising up Ashwin and his brother. She decides to keep the whole family intact and yet finds time for her disabled child to do the best possible. So this is the first hero of this story, Ashwin's mother, a woman who loses her husband, who has got a disabled child, another child to raise up, who is in a small town, who is not very well educated, and yet she manages to bring up extremely successful and capable people in her family. Now, this boy Ashwin was a curious character when he was young. He would ask lots of questions. His mother would help him find answers. His teachers would help him. His brother would help him. And so, Ashwin ended up being the number one student of his class all through his primary and his middle school. But as he approached high school, things started getting difficult. By the time he reached year 12, he was struggling badly given the kind of education system and the kind of processes that the exams had back in those days. And that's where we meet the second hero of this story, Bharat. Bharat was around the same age as Ashwin. He was Ashwin's father's friend's son, and he helped Ashwin with every possible thing a friend could help with. Now, people like these, you only hear about them in books or in mythical stories. Bharat puts his own studies on hold to be the scribe for Ashwin and helps become Ashwin's voice. Because of Bharat, Ashwin does very well in his exams, and by the time he finishes year 12, Ashwin is ready to go to college. Now, Ashwin works hard in his college, gets his bachelor's of engineering, but has got no job. Days after days, weeks after weeks, months after months, Ashwin struggles to find an interview, let alone a job. This carries on until Bharat discovers one day that there is a program that is being run by the Chief Minister of Karnataka that helps people with disabilities to get an employment. And through that, Ashwin lands his first job with one of the largest software companies called Mphasis in India. So Mphasis, the people who decided to give Ashwin a chance, the colleagues who let Ashwin start a new job and to get the best possible he can despite of his visible disabilities, these are the next set of heroes in my story. Ashwin says that the first 10,000 rupees salary that he got, he bought a sari for his mother. And of course, his mother was in tears, more so to see the fact that somebody that the doctor said would do nothing in his life has ended up being a self-sufficient person and is now capable enough to help our family. Ashwin has received many awards and recognition for the work he has done, including the Shell Helen Keller Award and the President of India Medal. But his greatest reward comes in form of meeting India's cricket hero Sachin Tendulkar. Ashwin and Bharat spent an hour with Sachin Tendulkar in his hotel room when Sachin was playing IPL. Sachin took time out to talk about Ashwin, to tell him how great he is doing, and more so to recognize what Bharat means for Ashwin and for a lot of other people in India. Sachin Tendulkar now is a good friend of both Bharat and Ashwin, and he calls up Ashwin on every birthday to wish him happy birthday in person. And so this was the story of Ashwin, his mother, his friend Bharat, Mphasis, and Sachin Tendulkar. Now, you as a listener, you would realize that you would probably fit in one of these 5 categories. You would either be a person with disability, or you would be associated with a person with disability, or you would be working with a person who's got disability, or if nothing else, you are a part of this society and the world that have got many people with seen or unseen disabilities. So I would insist you to think, what is it that you can do today to help people who are a lot more stronger than us, who are a lot more powerful than us, just a little bit less fortunate than us. Thank you so much. As a disclaimer, the story has been picked up from the book called Gifted, written by Sudha, Menon and VR Ferose. Their credentials are at the bottom of this post. Find time to buy this book, find time to say hello to Ferose and Sudha, and find time to say hello to Ashwin, Bharat, Kartik, or anybody else that is associated. The events in this story might not have been reproduced correctly. I produced that in a haste. If something is not accurate, let me know and I'll edit it.